Okay, so we're going to have a look at an example of a fairly straightforward Venn diagram. We'll start by reading through the question. Taking part in an extreme talent show are 70 competitors. 24 are eyebrow dancers, 30 are extreme plate spinners, and 20 have dancing eyebrows and can spin plates. First question asks us to draw a Venn diagram to represent this information. Okay, so if I look at my question, I know that I've got a total universal set of 70, and then I've got two different options, eyebrow dancing and extreme plate spinning. And I also have 20 of the competitors who can do both. Okay, so I know I'm going to need to have two circles which overlap. So a Venn diagram, we always start with a rectangle. And we've got two different options. So we need to have two overlapping circles. Not the most perfect circles, but never mind. And I need to label them. So I've got eyebrow dancing, so I'm going to label this one ED, and I've got plate spinning, so I'm going to label that one PS. Okay, so with a Venn diagram, it's usually best to start from the end of the question. So you start from the inside and work your way out. Okay, so we know that we've got 20 of our 70 competitors who have dancing eyebrows and can spin plates. So they're going to go in the intersection. This section here overlaps both circles. So we put our 20 people who can do both in this overlap here, in this intersection. Then we've got 30 plate spinners. Okay, so this total here, the total of our circle for plate spinners, has to add up to 30. Okay, we've already put 20 in the intersection, so we need to take this 20 away from 30, which will leave 10 who are plate spinners only. Okay, and we've dealt with that piece of information. Then we've got 24 eyebrow dancers. Okay, so again, this circle here is the total of our eyebrow dancers. We've already got 20 in the intersection. So 24 take away the 20 leaves us with 4 who do eyebrow dancing only. Okay, so we know that we've got 70 competitors altogether. This 10 plus 20 plus 4 adds up to 34. So we need to take away 34 competitors from 70 to work out how many of the competitors do neither of these two talents. Okay. So we do 70, take away 34, leaves us with 36. So 36 of our competitors do neither eyebrow dancing or plate spinning. And that's our Venn diagram completed. We've completed question A. Okay, so we'll look now at question B. So the probability that a competitor can spin plates only. Okay, so in this case, the easiest way to write our probability is as a fraction. So we want the total number who can spin plates only out of the total number of competitors altogether. So we know the denominator is going to be 70. The 70 competitors altogether, and we want to know how many can spin plates only to get our numerator. So if we look at the Venn diagram, we know these 20 can also do eyebrow dancing. So the number that can spin plates only is going to be 10. So the probability is 10 over 70. Okay, and we can always simplify that fraction. 10 goes into both the numerator and the denominator, so that's going to simplify to 1 over 7. Okay, so if we look at question C, what is the probability that a competitor has both talents? Okay, so both talents, we're looking at our intersection here, so that's going to be 20, and again, it's out of the total number of competitors, so the probability is 20 over 70, which simplifies to 2 over 7. Okay, both the numerator and the denominator are divisible by 10. Last question then. What is the probability that a competitor can do both or neither? Okay, so we want the probability that they can either do both or that they can do neither. Okay, now hopefully you'll remember that when you see the word or with probability, this means adding up the probabilities. Okay, so we want the probability that they can do both, the probability that they can do neither, and we're going to add them together. Okay, so we've just done the probability that they can do both. So we know that's 2 over 7 or 20 over 70. Okay. The probability that they can do neither is this 36 because it's not inside either of the circles. So it's going to be 36 over 70. Okay. So if we want the total probability of both and neither, we're going to add those together. Denominator, we've already got a common denominator here of 70. 20 plus 36 is 56. So the probability that they can do both or neither is 56 over 70. We can simplify that fraction. Both of those are divisible by 7. 56 divided by 7 is 8. 70 divided by 7 is 10. Still not fully simplified. We can divide both 8 and 10 by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So the simplified version, the probability that a competitor can do both or neither is 4 over 5. Okay, but if you weren't asked to simplify it in the question, it's not necessary to do so unless you're asked to give it in a fraction in its simplest form. You could leave it as 56 over 70, 20 over 70, or 10 over 70. Okay.